Hello to everyone who joined us, and welcome to the sixth day of our 15-day challenge in meditation. I'm very happy that you came along. And so today we're going to do again a Shyamata meditation, and towards the end we're gonna add some analytical meditation. And yeah, I'm very happy that you can join us, and I'm hoping that you can continue on. My name is Maya, as I said in the previous video, and I will be your meditation leader for this practice today. And you can find in 7:30 our videos every day from different meditation leaders and teachers. And it's very important to have a routine, and we're doing this for those 15 days. And yeah, hope you can enjoy it, benefited it as much as I have along the years. So we start by preparing our body and mind for the practice, and then we start meditating together. So try to find a comfortable posture to sit. Taking a few moments to organize your body. You can sit on a chair, just have your two legs touching the floor, or you can sit on a cushion. You can sit cross-legged, half a lotus. Just try to be comfortable. Having your back straight and your chest slightly open, but not too stiff. Sort of like you're training a guitar string. Not too tight and not too loose. Finding your balance. Check that your head is not too up or too down, slightly going downwards. You can have your eyes closed or slightly open, but with a soft gaze, not focusing on what you're seeing, sort of like a daydream look. You can rest your hands on your knees, or the right one in the left one, closing the energy cycle with your thumbs, resting on your thighs in front of your navel. And of course, it's always important to start every practice that we are doing with a motivation of why we are doing this practice. So I wanted to use a quote that usually I use in Vita from our booklets as a motivation for us for this practice. Mind can be compared to an ocean. Momentary mental events such as happiness, irritation, fantasies, and boredom can be compared to the waves that rise and fall on his surface. And just as the wave can subside to reveal the stillness of the ocean's depth, so too it is possible to calm the turbulence of our mind, to reveal its natural, pristine clarity. The ability to do this lies within the mind itself, and the key to the mind is meditation. So we take a few moments simply with a meeting of our body with the cushion or the chair, almost as if we are creating roots for ourselves, connecting to the ground. And then we take a few moments to prepare our body and mind for the practice. So we do a short scanning of our body, checking how the muscles in the area of the face feels, around the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead. We have a tendency to get our attention there, so we try to soften the muscles. Create space between them, let them just be. We can use the breath as a tool to help us there. Even scientifically, the breath could be a very good tool to help us with relaxing, but maintaining alertness, yes? Not relaxing so we fall asleep. Just feel more comfortable. So we can really visualize as if we are breathing in peaceful tranquility, space, And breathing out the agitation and the tension. Make sure our face are relaxed, comfortable. Also the area of our skull, the muscles there as well, let them rest. We can go down from our neck onwards to the shoulders and our hands, relaxing the muscles, unwinding our muscles. We can bring our awareness all the way down our spine until the meeting of our body with the cushion or the chair, relaxing the muscles in our back, letting them rest. There isn't anything they need to do right now. As we said the other time, almost as if the structure of our body is like a cloth hanger, and the muscles and the organs are like the cloth, resting on it peacefully, quietly. And we get to the area of our belly, our abdomen, relaxing the organs, the muscles around them. Even subconsciously, we have a tendency to get our tension in this area. So we try to relax them, to let them just be. And breathing out the tension and the agitations. Breathing in peace, openness, tranquility. And letting go of the tensions. Also in our legs. Let them just be. We also relax the mind, letting go of any thought of the future or the past, letting go of any expectations from ourselves or the practice, but just maintaining in the present moment. That is all. There is nothing more important than what we are doing right now, working with our mind, training our mind. So at the end of the preparation, we can take 3 deep breaths in, filling our lungs, our abdomen, holding the breath for a moment, and then exhaling, letting all the rest of the tension and the agitation, the expectation flow out of our body completely. And then when we finish those 3 breaths, we can let our breath become naturally, without controlling it or manipulate it in any way, just to let it flow gently, peacefully, naturally. in and out of our body, and just observe it as it come and go, letting the breath, the observation of the breath, just that one object. By doing this, we stabilize our mind. So we can gently close the mouth, letting the tongue rest behind the upper teeth, breathing from the nose in and out, naturally, and just observe the breath, sharpening your mind in this way. And if you feel that you're being carried away from inner or outer distractions, then be happy that you notice. Gently release the distraction and then bring your awareness back to the sensation of the breath as it come and go in and out of your body. Try to stay with it. You can always use counting every cycle of breath, label as 1 up to 10, and then start again. Keep stabilizing your mind. And if you feel that you are becoming tight, tensed, or spacing out, you can always take a deep breath, refreshing your mind, refreshing your posture, and then again gently go back to observing the breath as it come and go without controlling it. Just let it be. So for a few more minutes, we try to stabilize our mind on just observing the breath. That is all. And then from observing the breath, we go over to our analytical meditation about one of the main topics in the Buddhism philosophy, impermanence. This is a topic that, especially in these days, I found very beneficial, very helpful. So I wanted to share this meditation with you guys. So all things are impermanent. Nothing remains the same. They are changing moment for moment. And sometimes it's hard for us to see this. We have a tendency to believe that an irritating person or a difficult situation will always be like this, and thus create pain with us. But when we contemplate impermanence, we can really see that we as a human being, our body is changing all the time. Our mind is changing, and also the world outside of us is changing all the time. So to start this meditation, we're going to examine our inner world of body and mind, and then our outer world, to really see how it changes all the time. So first, we start with the breath. But now, notice how the breath is always changing, and that the breath that we just took is gone, never to be experienced again. So we start by looking at our breath, the impermanence, the changing of our breath that happens all the time. And then from the breath, we can become aware of all the movement in our body, the beating of our heart, the lungs, as they inhale and exhale the air out of our body, the blood running through the veins, all the movement within our body. Within a subtle moment, microscopic level, our body is made of cells that are continuous to change, born, die and disintegrate, always changing. And now we go over to look at our mind, the thoughts in our mind that are coming and going, from emotions, ideas, feelings. Sometimes it feels like one thought is coming back over and over again, as if it was the same thoughts, but also the thoughts are newly produced every time. When a thought disappears, it disappears forever. Both good and bad thoughts, they are bound to change. Even if sometimes it seems that it's exactly the same thought, but it is a little bit different. The conditions have changed a little. Moment by moment changes. Sometimes it's so subtle, we usually don't notice it. It's a little bit like we sit in the banks of a river, watching it flows, the river of our mind that is continues to change. It feels like the river is the same, but it is always changing, constantly moving. New thoughts comes, old thought goes, always changing. So we try to sit a little bit on the banks of the river of our mind and watch it, flows constantly. Try to see if how one thought give rise to the next, how they're always changing without judging the thoughts. Just watch them, flows by. And now try to focus on the cushion that you sit on. It appears so solid and static, or the chair, but yet they are made out of atoms and particles. All the objects in the room that you are at are made out of atoms and particles that are changing all the time. Nothing stays the same. the chair, the desk, the windows, the ceiling. Also the world outside of you, the countries, neighborhoods, even mountains that seem so solid. They're just the relics of what they used to be in the past. The earth, the sun, and the moon. They're all made out of atoms and particles that are constantly changing. Try to reflect on this for a while. How everything is always moving. Nothing remains the same. Even now, try to take a situation that have been difficult in the past. Sometimes when we have the situation, we have a tendency to think that they will stay like this. But it is also changed, develop into something different. We may have learned from this and grow. Try to see how our body is always changing. Our mind is always changing. The world outside of us is always changing. Notice this. And you see, when we do this, when we observe those things, observe the nature, the changing nature of phenomena, we can see that the way we hold into things, like our relationship, our money, our reputation, causes us suffering because we see it as solid, as permanent. And then when we lose what we thought was forever, we experience so much pain and despair. But in the very fact that we contemplate about those things, that they are permanent, unpermanent, and changing, we prepare ourselves for the inevitable change. We learn to appreciate what we have. We don't take things for granted or rush to the next things or grieve in the past. And also, without impermanence, there wouldn't be a chance for change. Bad habit that we have couldn't change. We couldn't develop, learn, and grow. So actually also we can see that we have an unbelievable opportunities because of impermanence to enjoy life experience without clinging into people and things. And to remember when times are a little bit more difficult that they will pass as well. And we can take every condition to develop as a human being. So with a great determination, we can think how we can take advantage of the life that we have right now so we can develop as a human being, because this opportunity won't always be there. But also the potential is there always. Because of impermanence, we can develop and learn and grow. And for just a few moments, again, go back to the breath that you are taking right now. It goes in and out of your body. Indicates that we are still alive, that we have amazing opportunities to work with our mind, to develop ourselves. And that's an amazing thing to have. And as a dedication for the merit, the positive energy we created by doing this practice, I wanted to use a quote. The difference between a trained mind and an untrained mind lies in the ability of pausing, looking at whatever is arising in the mind and sensing whether it is necessary or not. An untrained mind doesn't think at all. Everything just happens habitually, like a pattern that we need to train how to break, and so to break free. Free our mind and help others around us be free as well. So slowly and gently, you can go out of meditation. So again, thank you for participating in this 15 days challenging or Choe Khor Sum Ling, our city center in Bangalore. And yeah, remember tomorrow you'll have another meditation and the next 15 days. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful continue of the day. Maybe wait a little bit to stay 2 minutes with the energy of the meditation before you rush for the next thing. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.